I say this. I make fours every year, little baby. I don't like no long.
Good morning. Hold up, I'm gonna move my seat back. Oh no. Okay. Guys, it's so inconvenient, like filming in my car, but like I'm not gonna sit down and film anywhere else. Like in my house, I'm motivated to, but it's like sometimes that I have to make sure the background looks good, but like I don't have like a mount or a stand for my window so that I could like, I need to get that. That's next up on my Amazon wish list. I don't really have anything in particular to talk about. Just a couple updates. I have my fitness competition, Hyrox, is coming up in less than a month. So today we actually have like practice, I guess you could say. And we've been going over this like whole course since December, so we're like very used to it. And I'm motivated to like set a PR. Like I'm really motivated to like just crush it and do it as fast as I can properly, because they have people watching you to make sure like when you're doing lunges that other knee is touching the floor, that when you're doing a burpee your chest is touching the floor. Like you really can't cheat, or you get like 3 points off per something, per anything that they mark as incorrect. This is just my planner. Sometimes like during the day I'll write stuff that comes to mind in my notes section about like what I want to talk about in the future. And back in February I was like, let's do Valentine's Day one. That never happened. I did a vlog in Hawaii, but like I honestly, and it was so good content, but I didn't like the way that I looked. Like I know that's so stupid. I should have just made it a podcast. Maybe I could still do that, but I deleted it because I was like, oh, this angle sucked. I don't know if I should have done that. Hyrox vlog. Maybe I could do that Sunday. Sunday we're doing like, again, another like practice. And then I talked about like a social media break, which I sometimes do, but not in any formal way. Like I'm doing it as just staying off that app or something for like a few hours. Coming back to it later. Did I just spit? I don't know. Coming back to it later. Nothing like deleting or deactivating. It's like, I don't believe in that, because sometimes I might want to check, or I might need to check it. Like some people only communicate with me there, or they might have a question for me or a comment or something, and I don't want to like leave them hanging because they're my friends or I'm cool with them. So I just kind of leave it there, and I've just learned over time to not be like on my phone, on Instagram, on Twitter, on TikTok. And the busier I am, the less I'm even inclined to want to do it. Like recently I just got way more busy, and during a break that I had at home, I literally just sat in silence just for a few minutes, or I was on my phone but I was doing something else, and that just felt good. Like usually I need to have noise. I need to like turn the TV on, I need to like play music or have something going, and I just took a minute to chill before I left the house again, and I liked it. And I walked to Hot Pilates with no music because I was running late, so I needed to like go, but I just took the walk. Like sometimes we don't need those extra like sensory input, but we're so used to it because that's how we grew up and everything, right? But yeah, wait, I wrote something else down that I want to talk about. Oh, part of me wants to get like a personal trainer license. I don't know, but I'm scared because it really does hold you accountable. Like you got to be on your game. You got to be pushing past your limits in order to push other people past their limits. And you got to be like, I feel like I need to have a pull-up, and I need to have like a real good military grade push-up. I could do push-ups, and I can do maybe one half, like almost there pull-up, but no, I feel like you need to be on your game. And not so much with how you look. Like I don't care about body composition or having like being shredded. Yeah, cool, whatever, but I think you could be a trainer and still kind of be on the thick side or medium size and be a really good athlete. So yeah, not impossible, but something that I'd have to like put in extra work in. And I already feel like I'm pressed for time with stuff because I'm really, I have a lot going on, and good things, but it requires time devoted to certain things that takes away from my free time to kind of just go to the gym and experiment or get in extra reps. But yeah. Also, one of my classmates, me and her have become like pretty good friends now, and we do a lot of projects together, and her life story is so cool to me that I want to do an interview with her. Like, I want to have her come on to my podcast TikTok. I want her to come onto my YouTube channel and do like a Zoom back and forth and just ask her questions. I actually think I have like a bit of an interest or passion for interviewing and kind of just going back and forth with people, like hearing their story, like asking more questions. I have another friend that I was like, can you do an interview with me too? And she said yeah, so hopefully that like gets lined up. And it's like exciting because I feel like everyone has a story and you never know what that. And my friend's, the one that I was originally talking about from my classmate, she really like, I feel like she has a testimony that could really like speak to people, that it's very like profound. I haven't really heard one like it before, and I think you guys will enjoy it too. So yeah. I got like 5 minutes before I could go into work. Another thing I wanted to talk about briefly was sugar. I'm trying my dang hardest to like cut it out as much as I can, and I'm pretty good at it, but you know, compared to like when you compare it to the average person, they're having like 2 packets of sugar in their morning Dunkin', like twice a day. They're getting like, I don't know, eating sugary stuff all day. But I'm not the average person, and I really don't want to be like that. So I really take my coffee with no sugar. Bold, but if you make it right, it can taste just fine without the sugar. This has no sugar. It's actually just oat milk. I think I made this at home. The secret to a good latte is using oat milk as opposed to whole milk is good, but like oat milk just makes like a rich flavor when combined, and yeah, it's pretty good, not bad. And then like if I made like a Chit cheesecake the other day and I liked it, my friend tried it and she did not like it, but I liked it because it's more like it was no sugar, mainly like a yogurt taste because it was yogurt based, and I added like actual vanilla bean. Like I scraped the bean and put the insides of the vanilla vanilla, and I liked it, but she did not. So for me that works, and I want to try more like sugar-free or very minimal sugar desserts that are gonna taste good and that'll actually be like, okay, I can have this. I used to be a big milkshake person or like cake person, and I've decided that like if I have like a sugar craving, I'll just get a regular bar of chocolate, like milk chocolate with the almonds. Like Hershey's bars are so delicious to me. I don't care that it's 200 calories, like who cares? If I want something sweet, that's a better option than a slice of cake or milkshake, which is more like 450 calories. So I think that's a pretty good like replacement. And then just like the bread, minimizing bread. Of course I love bread, pasta, carbs, delicious, but trying my hardest to not have them. And I've stopped eating bagels as much. There was a point in my life where I was having a bagel every morning. Like, girl, unless you're, you know, running a 5K every day and going to the gym 5 out of 7 days a week, do not have a bagel in the morning. It's just not good. That makes you more bloated. I mean, it's delicious, and unless you're not going to eat for the rest of the day, okay. But basically, just stay away from that as much as possible. But I still have it. Like, I had pizza the other day and a chicken roll. I'm not staying away from foods I like, especially, I'm not going to make a big fuss about it. My dad decided to surprise me with it. And of course, I'm trying to eat healthier, but I'm like, okay, cool. I'll just have a certain portion of that and I'll save the rest for the next day, which is what I did. And I just feel like that's the way to go. If you're fussing too much about something, it's not going to be a long-term thing because you're going to be fed up with it at some point and revert back to your old habits. I wrote a little bit about sugar and stuff actually because, you know, I had blood work done and I was talking to the doctor and asking ChatGPT about like what's the best like diet for like certain numbers in your blood sugar. I'm sorry, in your blood in general. And ChatGPT said, actually, I know like like people who are like on a carnivore diet will eat like a slab of butter with their steak, but you actually should limit the butter a bit. I think it raises your good cholesterol too, but not too much, because it'll also raise your bad cholesterol. And you should be doing cardio over like 2 hours a week. So you should have 2 hours spread out throughout the week of like hardcore cardio or running, which I already do. So that's, but it's just overall good for your metabolism, your heart, and clearly it's good for your blood. And resistance training 2 to 3 times a week. You're also supposed to, you should be eating like nuts, avocado, prunes is good fiber, olive oil and avocado oil is really good to cook with. Fish, a lot of fatty fish like sardines, healthy fat, sardines, salmon, mackerel. I don't think I've ever had mackerel in my life, but I might give it a try. And for like your liver health and for your cholesterol, I found that these specific vitamins are good, or supplements. Omega-3, you could take it in the pill form, or you could just eat a lot of fish because that's exactly where it's found. Vitamin E and milk thistle, although milk thistle is like not FDA approved or something, or like doctors will not just prescribe that because it's, I don't know, it's like apothecary stuff, like more holistic, non-traditional to have that. But hey, talk to your doctor about it, and if they're like it's okay, then take it. But yeah, I always have like a billion things that go through my mind, and then I'm like, okay, I want to talk about this, I want to talk about this, I want to talk about this. One thing I want to actually admit to is, well, I've been doing this for like years now, like years, but I do a lot of stuff by myself, including going to church. Like, I go to my own church and I go by myself. And sometimes I think about it, I'm like, damn, because some people do come with their families or with like another person, but like it just feels so personal to me that I want to go somewhere just where other people are going, family, like my family's going. I want to go where I like the message, I like the worship service, I like, you know, the way it's run. And so that's what I do. I go on my own. And if anyone comes and joins me after, that's fine, but I wanted to pick something that I preferred, like without thinking of having people next to me or like not going by myself. It's really not a big deal either. Like, a lot of people do go by themselves, or like here and there that like people that go together, someone will be sick so they have to show up by themselves. Like, it's really not a big deal at all. The older I got, the more that I realized that. So yeah, there was like a really good message on Hannah last Sunday. I forgot what they were talking about exactly, but like I think relating to waiting on God's promises, or like having enough faith that it's gonna happen, and being really fervent about the like asking for what you want, and then being grateful for what God does give you. Like, if you don't know the story, she wanted a son real bad, got him, but made a promise to God, and he heard her and like honored that I'll give him back to you, like just give me time with my child, I'll give him back to you. And that's exactly what happened. Like, when he was 3 or 4 years old, he ended up going to like I guess you would call it like a seminary, or like a school that like raised him up to be a prophet and a big leader at the time. But like, she had 3 or 4 years with him, and that still answered her prayer. Like, that was enough for her, because the alternative was not having any kids and not having that in her life. So it's like, that was a huge blessing to her, even that in itself. And it's like, shows how grateful you can be even for moments or years or seasons, because they'll always be in your heart and they'll always be in your memory, you know. And I think that also is like, I was reading a book recently or something, I read a line where like, some moments just like, you have to feel them, you can't take a photo of it, you have to feel it, you have to see it, or like you won't get the gist of the situation. Like, no camera can capture that moment. And I love that, because as good as photography is, you can't get essence of the moment in a photo most of the time, especially very intimate, special moments. You just can't capture it all, but you in the moment can sense like all the emotions, every specific about the scenario, stuff like that. Okay, well, I have to go in for work. Oh wait, I want to show you guys. I ordered this from Canva. It's like my personal little, I'm gonna drop these around places that I go to, but it's my business card. You like it? I put my number on here. I don't know if that was a bad idea, but some people are more comfortable talking on the phone instead of emailing, and I'm like, I need to give them something. Yeah, it's cute, right? So I thought this was a cute design, so I used it. But yeah, see you guys later. That was just my updates, my thoughts of the morning. And I hope everyone has a great rest of your week and a great, safe, pleasant weekend.
Is it you that can't prevail, that I'm shaded?